Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you. Because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. So let us check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Shall we? Let's. Here we go. That was a bit forced. Anyway, so as I was preparing myself for the reading, the song that stuck in my head was Steely Dan's Fire in the Hole, which, if anyone knows me, especially in the last 15 years or so, that's my jam. Okay. The piano is ridiculous, and the way that the guitar just takes us on home at the end, I don't know how this song is not like way more popular. But at any rate, it was actually like the first verse that stuck out. I decline to walk the line. They tell me that I'm lazy. Worldly wise, I realize that everybody's crazy. A woman's voice reminds me to serve and not to speak. Am I myself? I'm just another freak. Don't you know there's fire in the hole and nothing left to burn? I'd like to run out now. There's nowhere left to turn. No. It's like when you get to this point in your life when you start to become enlightened, and I was actually talking about this with a friend earlier this week, where you have that point in your life where you just blindly accept what is given to you, right? But then after a while, you start to question things. And then there's this stage. And it's kind of early on in the discovery when you start seeing the underbelly of things where you just don't want to participate in society. If knowledge does not, especially in some of the intermediate to early advanced stages, if new knowledge does not make you angry, then what are you doing? You know? But once you get that knowledge and you work through the feelings of, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to be around here anymore, you start to change how you view life, and also how other people are participating in life on a whole. So, just kind of dismissing those who don't want to know, because when he says, I decline to walk the line, they tell me that I'm lazy. Like, when you start going against the standard protocol, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to be met with resistance. And then sometimes, depending on where you are and what you have to do, that resistance may very well be mighty, And then worldly wise, I realize that everybody's crazy. It's just like, look, I don't know if you know when, I don't know if you know, it's like you don't know if the people around you know, there it is, that what they're doing is so surface. And that a lot of the conversations that they want to engage in is just so not where you are. Almost to the point where you see it as elementary. Yeah, elementary. But because you're thinking in a different way, a lot of the things that you have to say, the same way that you dismiss the same conversation that everyone else is having, everyone else is dismissing your conversation because you're not engaging in that. Are you with me? Okay. All right. So, with that, we start the reading with the Six of Water, the Lovers, the Chariot, and the Empress. Okay. You may be longing for people who are able to intelligently discuss the things that you want to talk about. You don't, right? You want to ponder the deeper meanings of things with others who have pondered the same. It's not really a tall order, right? You just want people to meet you. You want people to meet you on your level. And you want to deepen that level and come across people who are also deepening their understanding of the way that the world really works. Six of Pentacles. You want kindred souls here, right? You're seeking kinship. With the Lovers, the Chariot, and the Empress, you are choosing to create that in yourself and see it with those that are around you. And you're perfectly fine with like moving differently or making a physical change in location to be able to reach this. And the thing is, because you have the knowledge that you also have a deeper understanding of the actual power that you hold. With the Empress, you don't have to sit around and take this shit. You don't have to sit around and talk about these mundane things and get all worked up with all of these passion plays that are set up to keep us engaged with this world. Okay. Next up, Three of Wands, Page of Cups, the Star, and the Magician. All right. Yeah, we ain't fucking around with this, huh? Okay, I see you. I see you. All right. So Three of Wands, Page of Cups, the Star, and the Magician. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Dang, just a cluster of major arcana over here. I see you. All right. So you know that you're able to create these opportunities to meet and befriend those who are thinking deeper than you, right? And you're trusting that because you're saying that Source wouldn't have put this on your heart from the very beginning if it was just meant to be just, this yearning in the heart and that's it. Like, there's more. There's actual blessings coming in. Yeah. Good things coming towards you. And we've got the Page of Cups supporting that with reminding you what it was like way back when. What it was like when you were younger. What it was like when your heart space was open with no fear of treachery or some other type of like soul pain. Remember what that was like. Having this awe and wonderment that is usually reserved for the young. And being reacquainted with that as these blessings are coming in, because this almost childlike wonder is healing for you. It's like the fountain of youth, right? But the fountain of youth is actually in you. It's not a place where you go and bathe in. Like, yeah. The youth is in the ability to expect miracles. Come on, Spirit. It's in the ability to expect miracles as a matter of course with the Magician. And the miracles happen because you are actually working with Source to create them. You know, this is not just, I'm going to sit back and wait for Source to come and bless me with some shit. It's like, no, that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. See how this works? Yes. You have your tools and then you actually use your tools to create your magic. And look, you've got this amazing ability to say, what if? And that what if can be the best case scenario. It does not, what if does not always have to be doom, gloom, and the other shoe dropping, right? What if it goes right? Oh, but what if you fly? And with that, and because it is facilitating this healing, that actually frees you up to do some really big works in your life. So what kind of magic are you creating this go around? Right? Are you just sitting and listening and waiting for something to passively happen? Or are you actually taking a role in your creativity? Are you actually being creative? So you've got the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Five of Wands, and Knight of Cups. Yeah, so what are you doing? What are you doing to create this magic? Because somebody's watching with the Page of Pentacles. Somebody's watching and taking notes. Okay. Are you taking notes? Because someone is. Someone is watching what you're doing. And they're looking at the decisions that you're making. Right? And this very well could be someone who is taking notes to cause some resistance to the path that you've chosen. Right? Or you're in the note-taking portion of the program again with the Page of Pentacles, yeah, just writing it down and keeping track of everything. And because of that, you see these paths that are available to you, and that could lead to analysis paralysis. All right, so when we're in analysis paralysis, a very popular piece of advice is to follow your heart. Knight of Cups. If you're being analytical about the next step because you don't want to come across any more resistance, now that the healing is done, now that the doors are open, you don't want to squander this opportunity. And so in the light of that, it's like, well, what do I do? How do I do? Let me check the pros and cons list again. Listen, you've already actually made your decision. You made your decision back here, wanting the Six of Cups, right? And this Three of Wands, like Spirit coming in and be like, bet, here are your gifts. Like you have that, right? So yeah, you're going to get this advice to follow your heart, go where your heart leads you. But while you are going with your heart, make sure that your heart is clear. There are a lot of checks and balances that come into play, especially when we are living our most magical lives. You will always check in with yourself and do your own spiritual hygiene, because no one else is going to do it for you. So that when time comes for you to dig in and follow your heart because you want to get yourself out of this, I don't know what I'm doing, what if this is all just a big joke kind of cycle, you can get yourself out of that, right? Yep, Temperance, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Two of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't even check the viewfinder. Okay, good. We're in good shape. Yay. All right, and Two of Pentacles. Checks and balances, and Temperance is right here. This balance, this concoction that is your life is very delicate. You are not a one-dimensional individual, which means that you are going to have all of the elements at play in your life in a very big way, especially when you're moving with purpose. Actual purpose. Okay, walk with me. When you first turned your major corner, right? And there was this feeling of, I need to change everything. And so the first thing that usually gets addressed is the attitude towards what is. And if you find yourself, being very doom and gloom, and then you overcorrect. I love that term. I love that term. You overcorrect and become all love and light, right? And then you realize that being all love and light is just as unproductive as being overly pessimistic. Yeah. You can't just love and light your way into everything is fine. Now, yes, you can have a positive attitude about things, sure. But you have to have, look, you've got light and dark here. You've got to have the light of foot, and the firmly grounded. You have to have the earth and the water and the air and the fire. You need all of these things, the spirit and the heavens and the earth, the over and the under. You need it all. You can't just have just one and think that it's going to cover what the other elements have to offer. And so temperance reminds us that you can't be so heavenly minded that you're no earthly good. You got to have it all. Okay? And understanding that and tapping into that brings out that 3 of water energy, where you are actually celebrating with your social circle, with your community. You're celebrating, right? It's a good spot to be in, because you've already got the 3 of Wands here coming in, and the other 3s are not here. Yep. So just the Wands and the Cups, just the fire and the water. You know, it's a celebration, bitches. Ooh. Oh, speaking of light and dark, sun and moon right there. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You've come a long way, and you deserve to be celebrated, and you deserve to bask in the fruits of your labor. And this is the perfect time to do it. And then you've got the 9 of water, and this is like triple your salary. Okay, I like that too. That's for somebody out here. But it's like this joy gets multiplied, even with the balance of the light and the dark, because you recognize that and then you apply it to this. You're actually able to, come on now, you're actually able to see what is really here. So you might have just been able to just see 3 cups because that was your vantage point. But when you temper that, you wind up alchemizing the energy that is around you. You're able to take that and multiply it and see a grander picture. With that grander picture, 2 of Pentacles is coming in. You're gonna have to balance that, okay? This is some mind-blowing shit right now. See, you only thought that you had $30 and now you got $90. What? I got $60 extra that I didn't know that I had, that I could work with. Come on, let's do it. So yeah, you're learning how to balance all of these things, but it's going to work out for you. It's fire in the hole and nothing left to burn. You like to run out now, but there's nowhere left to turn. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. I will see you next time. Bye now.